talking to each other. I know we feel the same about the situation, like we're stuck inside a game. Time to get out of this circle, yeah, we both carry a scar. Let's rewrite the part we're playing, time to cherish who we are. The only thing I ever wanted starts with us taking the chance. Not like anything we've done before, yeah. Now it's time for something better, and time for us to follow our dreams. No, we can't stay no more, come run away, don't be afraid, we'll be okay. And I know it's the right thing to do, let's break away. All colors will fade, let's go our way.
Well, they are finished. We've gotten all that we're gonna get out of these tomatoes. We got our first harvest back, I think, at the end of June, and we're getting our last harvest today, which is middle of December. So, not getting the best, but we are getting some tomatoes right now. You got a number that you're gathering? You got a number that you're gathering right there?
Right here. These blue cream berries are really interesting. So you got to pick them when they're ripe in the summertime because they'll go real quick to being soft. But now in the wintertime, I think because their sugar content is so high, you get more of these that I'm finding that last longer because they don't freeze.
So right now we have a team effort of harvesting the last of the tomatoes. Lacey's here gathering these. We have Josiah and Batman right over there harvesting inside there. Are you getting some out of there, Batman? You lost your mask though, didn't you have a mask earlier? It's in your pocket? Alrighty. And then we have Sarah over here harvesting some tomatoes. How's it going over there?
I'm good. Mostly it's just knocking off the rotten ones.
So we're harvesting what we can, but some of the rotten ones, the ones that we're not going to use, we're just letting them fall down, and then they can just grow back and do what plants do. Just drop their seeds and reproduce once again. And then we have Sayla over here with the squash. Somewhere over there. Where you at? You got some good squash over there?
Yep. Nice and big.
Ooh. What's that in your hand? You got a bad squash there?
Yep. Gotta feed them to the chickens.
Alright. Let's see if they'll like it too. 2 years ago, we tried to grow produce in this same very space here, but without the high tunnel. And what we tried to grow was really not successful at all. So this time last year, we did something really different. We set up the high tunnel here, and then we brought the chickens in over the winter time. And during that time, the chickens were here. They were adding their manure and fertilizing the soil. And we also added leaf compost to the area as well. And all that work, it paid off because we were able to produce so much in here. Cucumbers, tomatoes, and even squash. Like this squash right here that Sayla was harvesting. Looks beautiful. It's our first time producing spaghetti squash like this. It's great. We got these seeds from Baker Creek and they taste really yummy too. But this year, this off season, we're gonna do something just a little bit different in this space.
When the day is longer than the night, the road ahead is clear and in the light.
So as we're pulling out the tomatoes, found something really interesting. This root of from some kind of plant. It's really interesting. And we also found this, and I'm going to treat it like something that's highly explosive because it possibly could be. Who knows how old this egg is? So we're just going to get rid of it way over here, and I'm going to hold it really, really softly and get rid of it. Get It actually didn't explode when it hit the water, but at least it's in the water now, and we don't have to worry about it exploding on us and having a rotten smell all over the place up there.
I got a present for you, Daddy.
What you got? Oh, you got a tomahawk you put in your pocket?
No,
I'm pretty impressed you were able to fit it in your pocket.
it was behind me.
Oh, it's a trick tomahawk. What we got going on here?
Goat treats.
Feed them, they'll be your best friend. Looks like they like it.
Yeah, leftover maters. Libby's been yelling at us all morning. Here. So it's cool that they get to benefit even from our high tunnel a lot longer than they normally would.
People like to give their dogs treats. It's also really neat to give your other animals, your livestock on your homestead, little treats, especially ones that you've grown. Just love seeing them eat the cucumbers and different things like tomatoes. There we go. So how you doing over here, Sarah?
I'm good.
Hanging in there?
I'm hanging in there, yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, Sarah's been helping us out here for a number of months now here on the homestead, but recently she found out she is pregnant. So we're trying to be merciful to you with different things that we're having you do, right?
Greatly appreciate
Hopefully I'm not too hard on you.
No, not at all.
But we're so glad that she's still willing to help us out and doing different things here, like pulling up the tomatoes there. But I do want to bring up something because somebody left a comment thinking that Sarah, we had some kind of sister wives thing going on here. And let me tell you, we don't. Isn't that right, Sarah?
No, oh my Lord. No.
She has her own husband.
Yes, of 20 years.
Family.
And family. But she does come here and help us out twice a week here on the homestead, and we really, really appreciate it. So thank you for still being here with us.
Yeah, thanks for letting me come out.
So once again, that's not happening. But we also have goats that are pregnant as well, speaking of pregnancies. And that is part of why we're clearing out the high tunnel here. I'm planning to set up some kidding stalls in the high tunnel for our pregnant goats. So that way when they give birth, they'll be protected from the rain and the wind and should be able to handle things much, much better. Now Bucky here, he's got some sister wives things going on. He's got this one right here that he's impregnated and some over there too.
Well, that didn't work well, my Lord.
I would have gotten that one, Sarah.
Oh, I think the pregnant lady carrying the heaviest one.
So all these tomatoes are the ones that have fallen over the last few weeks and that we have left behind. I am going to gather up the larger tomatoes because I primarily want the cherry tomatoes growing here in our high tunnel. And the larger tomatoes we're going to be growing and have grown in our greenhouse that is right by our house. into a little bit of workout. So the squat jumps worked on primarily the front part of my legs, the quads, and a little bit of glutes. Now we're gonna work on the hamstrings a little bit and just keep my back straight and get some deadlift action in as I pick it up. Works on the flexibilities of your hamstrings as well, which contributes to some people's back problems is their hamstrings get too tight. So we're gonna get them here. And sometimes I like to do more advanced way with one leg. Works on your balance at the same time. You know what, let's try that. 5, 3, 4. You can get exercise in with anything. This coming season is our land Sabbath that we'll be observing here on the homestead. So I won't be focusing on production here and growing produce. But whatever has been left behind and grows on its own, that we're going to leave. And besides, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, why not save your labor in the future and let things just drop their fruit and then just come up as volunteers, things that you want to continue on. So whatever comes up from all these cherry tomatoes, I'll be happy to see. But again, with the land Sabbath year, the focus isn't on production. We're going to be focusing on improving our animal systems and our animals here, but focusing on improving the soil as well. So part of what we're doing here in the greenhouse is when we're bringing in the kidding stalls and the goats as they start to give birth and start to have little babies, they'll be dropping manure and things in here as well that will improve the soil in here. So looking forward to that. And one of the things that I've been thinking of here, trying to figure out how to make a kidding stall, since I've never made one before, how to do it. And just kind of pricing out and looking at the prices of lumber, and it's still like, the prices are crazy still. So thankfully my brother-in-law, who does construction work, saw this huge wooden box that he was like, ooh, that they were getting rid of and we're going to trash on a job site. And he was like, I'm going to get that. Somebody might need that. And he was right. Somebody is. He brought it and I was like, oh, could we use that? And he's like, yeah, of course. So we're going to be using parts of that to construct our kidding stalls. And he recently moved them, transported them with the lull for me, and dropped them off in a location that we're going to be working on that here in the next day or so. Because gotta have a place for our little ones when they start popping out. And this is the box. Well, actually, box is. multiple boxes here that we're going to work on to modify, to transform them into a kidding stall. So got a little bit of work cut out for us, but that's for another day. So I really appreciated y'all's help in cleaning out the high tunnel. Thanks so much.
Oh, you're welcome. It's really exciting getting it all done. I've been wondering when we were going to pull all that stuff out and, you know, working towards making a place for our babies that are arriving.
Exciting, super exciting that babies are coming. And this is our first time raising goats and them being pregnant and expecting. So just reading up and doing the research, it's like, well, we could expect anywhere from 1 to 3 kids per goat, and on average 2 to 3, but you could also expect 5 sometimes. So
let's not
just
do
to
that.
see what happens. For those of you who raise goats and who have gone through this experience already, let us know on average how many goats you have, how many kids you have had per goat. I'd like to know, just kind of throwing out there and getting a feeler. So pretty exciting. Got the goats pregnant as well as Sarah's pregnant. It's pretty exciting. So also looking forward to having some little baby chicks and ducklings coming up with our breeding system going. So there's just babies all over the place. You're not pregnant, are you?
No. No, I'm not. Just to let you know.
Man, because that would be great. Well, one of the things I didn't know about goats until here recently is they don't have upper front teeth.
You didn't know
It's kind
that?
of interesting. I didn't know that. We, like I said, how long have we been raising goats now? Like
A year and a half.
So it wasn't. I didn't know that before raising goats. So maybe that's something you guys knew. All you knew, and I didn't know. But you just learn all these different things once you start raising the animals yourself. Well, we did everything that we could accomplish, and then after we worked, Josiah and I spent some time just shooting some hoops.